Hey you there, are you ready to get to 1400 ELO chess? Well, we are traveling back in time to 2021 December when I was a 1300 ELO player. Don't forget to do your game reviews, train your visualization, do tactinos, aka tactics, maybe making a full guide on that later. So if you have any questions, ask them down in the comments below. I will gladly answer. Well, let's dive right into the game then. E4 C6, I played this Carcon. Like I have played this 2 years already. So this is a very nice opening because it's basically a system. You put two pawns in the center, you get this this position, bishop f5, check, knight develops. A very easy position to play because you're playing knight f6, e6, bishop out, and castles, and that's like really simple if you have 10 moves already prepared. Yeah, all those masters, man. We can always relate to them. We will have our openings, right? So here we have it, knight c3, bishop out. Okay. So right here, perhaps bishop e3 is what most players play. Well, knight e5 is actually the best move, but all right. Do we take it? Do we take it? Because we have been told to not trade our bishop for knight for no reason, no good reason. Why not queen c7 at pressure? Well, then there's knight b5. Always have to look out for other pieces as well. Uh, yeah, don't do that. You will lose that bishop, and then it will be tough to remove this knight. Well, I have to look for concept like this, like what is the bank account after takes and knight develops? Well, there's three pucks right here. Meanwhile, he has only one. Whereas if you had played queen c8 or something, after this there would be I mean, there would be two against three. So that's what you should look for. Trade with the tempo, and this is it. You can now castle, and I think there is no threat. Well, after queen c3, we have to have this argument in our head, like, what is he trying to do? What is the opponent on that side trying to do with his pieces? Well, we'll see quickly that this queen is trying to pin this pawn so that the bishop could come here, and then the knight could come back and target this pawn as well. That's simply the idea that white is going for here. So, does it work? Well, no, because bishop can block that. Well, having a plan is better than having no plan, even if it's bad. Like you can still go to the grocery store without a list. You can still go to the university and still not know what to do with your life after that. Like, yeah, all of this. Life is very different today. Chess could become the most popular game in the future again. I hope that happens. So I first developed the knight. Yeah, first developed the knight, putting pressure on this. When he goes knight to e2, then I take this pawn. Well, who's better here? Black is better here. Black is up a pawn. Yes, white can play knight to f4. Well, you can take it. You can take the knight. If bishop takes, I mean, just develop rooks. This doesn't work because of bishop g6. So, otherwise, yeah. So, instead, I play knight takes e5. I take the second pawn. Well, is that dangerous? Well, yes, it is. Because there is queen c3, which is a fork. Yeah, knight takes c5. Yeah, it's tough to find this fork here. But I guess you do have to look for all of the scopes. There is a lot of tactics here at every given moment, actually. So there is also knight h5, which he goes for. And here you have to play f6, guarding the knight and defending against this at the same time. But I bring the bishop back to attack, and I hang the knight. But did I think after f6, maybe I did not find queen e2? Who knows? But here we have this position. I guess, yeah, white is up a piece. But we are about to have two passed pawns, I guess. We are about to have passed pawns. And let's not mention this bishop, this underdevelopment over here. So we should go for rook c8 and rook c2, right? We can play e5 here as well. Now I play I play rook f to e8, trying to defend this, the bush, perhaps. But I think the best plan here is still to play rook a to c8 and rook c2. I play f5, queen b2. Okay, perhaps they could have played something else, maybe bishop b2, but they played queen b2, so that gives us time to play f4 still, f4, knight goes back, and now we see this, we go for rook a to c8. Rook a to c8, the best move is to sacrifice the knight, which I guess they will do, or to play queen a3, which looks very weird, but it gets off the second rank. Maybe they play queen b1, but then you still go for rook c2. Oh, that hangs the queen. So yeah, if you go bishop d2, there is rook e2, rook c2, forking the pieces. So very tough to find a move here. If rook c3, there is perhaps d4 even. Yeah, d4, just march forward. So I played d4 first, which is a very bad move because now he gets bishop d2. But he plays rook e1, which does not really do much because this is still a threat. And the best move still is to sacrifice the knight. Yeah, but I play rook a to d8, giving more like protection towards this pawn, but I could have still gone for d3. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I played this. What is the plan here now? Bishop d2. Ah, what is the plan here now? Well, now you should go for a kingside attack. Look at this. This bishop has really no moves. I mean, they don't target really much. This knight cannot move. This rook is looking at nothing. And this queen also is looking at nothing. So the center is kind of closed. It is kind of closed, so you should go for an attack. You can go for queen g4. You can go for f3 even. Destroy their structure. Destroy their structure and go queen h3. That looks very, very pleasant here. And put up some pressure with rook f8. I mean, you're up down a piece, but go for it. Go for it. Go for some attack. Instead, go for bishop d3, which does not really do much. I bring the bishop back this way. Bringing the bishop this way to point at the king will have been a very nice plan, objectively. But I go for this passive square. And I guess I play b6 later. Rook e6. Now, knight to ellipse, b6, a4. Yeah, bishop e7 to go rook g6 and queen g4. Let's say something like rook develops, rook g6. Then f3 you take. If g3 you take. Yeah, I mean, it's already +8 for black. Like, that's how bad this position is for white. We have to go for these ideas. Instead, I waste time. I do waste time. Like, go for this attack. They cannot really do much. Go for f3. But I just respond to their threats. I get pinned. And he gets the piece into a better square. I take it for no reason. Should have gone for rook g6 or f3. I instead take. But we still have the benefit of playing e4 here, right? e4. What is the only move here? Is it? No. It's still better, like you have this. But I play rook g6. It's kind of a long game. Now white is winning because white has now open lines and they can sufficiently guard their king. Queen h3. Couldn't take because of takes. So, oh, he takes on f4 with the queen because of back rank mate. So right here, I should have probably played h5. I mean, actually, I should guard this pawn. And now I should play h6 to make room for the king. I play e4, which does not work at all because of back rank issues. Don't sleep on that job, but he doesn't see it. Let's look for more concepts here. We have some We have some attack finally with h5. We finally have it. And now there is no more back rank issues. We have, oh, g5. This is protected by the queen and the bishop. So you have to block the bishop. Because if they take, you have this and you win the queen. And they have to sacrifice the bishop. So after takes, they will play f4. I mean, or rook takes c3, that still blunders everything. But very difficult to see. g5, I play rook there to put more pressure. But h4, and it's all gone. We still push on forward. This is a very tense position. Many weaknesses in white's position. Rook f3, check, king h7. He's going for checkmate. Why I play queen f? I play king g6, trying to avoid the check. He goes in anyway. Now it gives time to play queen f5. But I'm down to half a minute. I'm down to half a minute. I find the only move. Rook g8. Check. Now. Another check. Just give checks. Now you have made room for your king to run. You have made room for your king to run. There is 17 seconds. So let's pause here for a second. What is the first move that comes to your mind as black? The first move that you just look at. Don't calculate anything. If you saw many check here, well, that's normal. That's normal if you see this check, but the king runs away. This is also a check, sacrificing the rook. That's that's the best option. And if they take, then check, you win the rook, and then you run the king away. That is the easiest way to defend this position. If they take this pawn, I mean, then you can go for this check. I mean, you have to shuffle this a little bit, but you find many ways to win, perhaps, if they don't defend perfectly. So a long line here, but so the only improvement here could be that you just, even if you have like 25 seconds, you pause here, you calculate this two move line, you calculate this line, you have many options here. You should calculate checks, and this works. Their best move is to play king d2, but I'd give this check. And I still go for check, which is rook takes f2. Their best move is king c3, but they take the bishop, and that allows a draw with e3 check, apparently. Yeah, you ain't seeing this. You had to see this because after bishop takes e3, there's mate in 13. Stockfish is so freaking cruel. I mean, come on. You ain't finding the quickest mate here. You ain't finding the quickest mate here. And instead, I play queen to f3. He takes the pawn. I did not find another check. He takes this pawn. King to f5. And I lose the queen. And I have 6 seconds here, but it does not matter. I should have thought for more, but he converts this very nicely to win. Okay, so yeah. So let's look at this game again. We have a Khan. He trades off bishop for no reason. Now we're better. Knight to c3 without bishops. We take this and we have more pieces developed than them. We castle quickly. They go for this plan, which is better than having no plan. I go for this. I take pawn. I take pawn. I don't find the correct move and I lose the piece. But I do get a very nice position as I kick away the knight. They have no pieces in play really. And now I have the perfect recipe to go for a kingside attack with f3 and this. But instead I bring pieces back to some weird squares. I do bring the pieces back to weird squares. And we make this a very difficult position for us after not playing the correct moves, which happen a lot. So queen h3, queen f4, back rank, make room for your back rank. So yeah, we do get up really nice ways to attack, but we don't find them. We still go have nice ways to win, but we are lower on the clock. This is a very tense position. Rook takes c3. you find that you have already gained 100 elo more. So if you give a check, you don't win, and that's exactly what happens. King f5 should have been later on a very nice defense, but they get through because I am low on the time. So yeah, this king hunt ended in me losing on time, but he had 6 seconds. But they probably will have removed this. Checkmate. Nice checkmate. Well, if you like this video, I have nothing more to say. Ask me questions down in the comments below about chess improvement, and we will see you next time. Legend, see you.